So those big budget Hollywood productions have left our state in recent months, but movies are still being made here in Michigan.
Yeah, most are live action, but there's an animated film in production now, and it features a Hollywood tough guy who's been in everything from the movie MASH to Starsky and Hutch. I had a chance to sit down with the director and star of Sticky Fingers yesterday. It is called Sticky Fingers, the movie, and it's an animated film featuring the voice of one of the legendary movie tough guys of all time, Fred the Hammer Williamson. Fred, happy to have you here along with Jason Roth, the person putting the film together. How did you get somebody like this to take part in your little West Michigan film here?
I asked. Luckily, he said yes.
Yeah?
I'm always interested in creative people. You know, I'm always interested in helping young producers and young writers to get ahead, because I know how hard it is and how difficult it is, and I know how difficult it was for me, and I felt that he was creative enough for me to invest my time in what he was doing.
Because people may know you as the actor, but you've spent a lot of time behind the camera as well. What is he like as the person telling you what to do?
I've directed about 40 films, you know, and he knew what he wanted. And what he wanted was what I bring as a character, as long as no one tries to change my image or change me and allow me to do what I sell, then that's, you know, that's a very lucrative thing.
You were telling me the film title comes from kind of a grab bag, so to speak, for a webisode. You got the title and had to make a story fit the title. So you took these 3 webisodes and made them into what's going to be a feature-length film?
The webisodes are on their own. Like the features, just it's totally, I mean, it follows them, but it's totally its own thing.
Mm-hmm. And why animated as opposed to a live action?
More control. It's easier. Your budget's infinite beyond. Once you have your voices, then you can blow up anything, you can do anything, you can go anywhere. So yeah, sky's the limit.
Fred, what is your character?
I have no idea. I was being me. My dialogue that I spoke allowed me to be me and just perpetuate the image that I have on the screen, because I was more interested in the person than the project. This may be a young Tarantino coming up, one never knows. So if that's happening, one must jump on the bandwagon so that when he becomes big and famous, then he'll give me a job.
Okay, you can blush after hearing that. Yes. Is it a horror type film then?
No, it's more of like a weird action comedy,
okay.
I'd say. Just warped sense of humor, a lot of rockabilly music. Fred's character is kind of like the James Bond meets Lawrence of Arabia type character, boss.
Was it that way, Fred, when you were in the 70s in some of these films, and when you were starting to put your films together, that people just called and said yes?
Well, there were a lot of reasons. You know, I mean, I got into the movie business to perpetuate this image that I'm talking about, because it was in the 60s and early 70s when there were no black heroes. So it was my purpose to create a black hero, that when the smoke cleared, the black guy was the one left standing. So once you create that kind of image, then you have a lot of actors, black actors, and both female and male, who really never got a chance to be who they wanted to be. So in my movie, they could be who they wanted to be.
And is the story true, your quote that you said, I have to get the girl and I have to win the fight?
Well, that's only 2. There's 3. You can't kill me in a movie. I have to win all my fights, and I get the girl if I want her. Now, that was the way that I came into the business, to show them that I came to be a hero. I didn't come to just get a part in a movie, because that's not what I wanted to do. So the only way I could do that was take charge of my own career, which 90% of the movies that I'm in, I've produced and directed. You know? So I know I'm not going to die or lose the fight, and if the girl is pretty, I'm taking her.
Jason, before we wrap it up, when's it hopefully coming out?
Summer 2012. Don't have an exact date, but we're angling for that. Whatever, the largest release we can possibly get.
When you get it finished, come back, sit on the couch with us.
Absolutely.
Thanks for coming in, guys. Appreciate it.
My pleasure.
Hey, thanks, Tim.
Well, Jason's used a site called Indiegogo to raise money for the film. It's kind of a startup thing, so if you want to donate to the film, we have a link on our website, and you can see if maybe they could get a Bruce Campbell or another indie action hero. One of the coolest guys on the planet you will meet there.
Cool. He just oozes cool.
If we have enough time on Friday, we're going to talk to Fred about playing pro football.
Oh, good.
Yeah, good stuff
great.
there.
All right, look forward to that. All right, speaking of
Cool dudes.
Cool dudes. Oh.